Let's make it all better.
I told Chris, I think it's your brother. Got that disability.
All right. All meeting order, finance committee meeting, third. First on the agenda is approval minutes of April the 19th, 2021.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes for April, meeting of April 19th, 2021.
Here, second. Motion made and second. All in favor? Okay. Invoices. We got invoices totaling $92,444.34. I looked them over and long story short, police pension, fire pension, AEP, and insurance accumulate $70,665 out of that 92, so we owe $51,779, which ain't too bad. Anybody got any questions on the invoices? I hear a motion to send that total $92,144.34 to the full council.
I'll make a motion that we send our invoices total $92,444.34 to the full council for approval.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor? New business.
It doesn't need to be on
I was gonna say, we don't need to do anything. A doesn't. Approval for a part-time police officer. Who was talking on this, Scott?
Matt, do you want to do that, or you want me to?
What's that?
The approval of part-time police officer?
I mean, you never gonna do it there.
The reason I put that on there is that Timmy Gerald is going to go back to the Micro Police Department for the 2 years, and he's asked if he could stay on as a part-time police officer for that 2 years. That would give us access to a K-9 at all, as much as possible. The other thing is that at the end of the 2 years, his plans are to come back to Dunbar if he can full-time then.
He does realize we're talking money on there, no benefits.
Correct. Yes, he does know that. He will have all benefits through Nitro until that day, and then if we can hire him back full-time whenever he retires from there. He's requested that he be able to come back.
His salary.
Yes.
What shift?
They were the same type of shifts as we do, so it would be opposite. If he works, and he may only work 5 to 6 hours one night a week or 2 nights a week. Any day that he's off, if somebody calls off sick, we could use him to fill shifts or anything like that.
What about call out if he's not working? Is he able to call out?
If he's not working, he would be able to be called out. As long as he's not working the next day, you know.
Sure. Well, I was thinking about if you have an incident where you need to know.
Correct, yeah.
We got to keep paying on.
They'll just get compensated anyway.
Sorry?
You'll just get compensated for the hours he works.
Correct.
Okay.
You got any comments?
So the time he's working part-time, they'll be with K9 or just all the time? I mean,
He'll have his K-9 anytime he's working.
okay.
Work for us, yeah.
But the mayor also said he would be working if he needs to call him out, stuff like that besides the thing. I'll make a motion that we approve the part-time officer for PD and send it on to the full council for a vote.
Here's a second for that.
I'll second.
All right, motion made.
Call vote. We've never had a part-time police officer. Is there anything we have to do special, Steve, or anything that you know of? Or you haven't even thought about?
Well, I hadn't thought about it. The only question I have to make sure he's covered by our insurance, that's all. And I assume it would.
During the time that he'd be working, it'd be like I did up in Denton.
Okay.
No benefits.
Okay.
Gerald Payne was part-time once. Gerald Payne.
Yeah, that's right, he was.
Okay. So that's all there.
And I have no problem with this, like I said, just make sure he's covered by our insurance, in case he gets sued.
You with me? All right, motion made, and seconded, all in favor? All right, discussion on a 90-day appointment for the police department certified officer after current list is expired.
I mean, you have to expire this list first. We have a current list of 5 people on it, so until that's been gone through and civil service kills the list, there ain't nothing to deal with. But what could be beneficial is if this officer, he has to be certified. He'll have to take the test within 90 days. It can only be, the appointment is only for, I believe it was 90 days. And they have to take a test to start working, which you can just put down, is the sky blue, is grass green? I mean, that suffices for that test. But he has to take a hiring test within 90 days at this point. And if he doesn't score well enough on that test to be hired, then at the end of the 90 days, he's just done. But it can be beneficial to where if he does score high enough, we already have him on there. He's already gone through training, familiarized with the city. So, I mean, it could be a benefit, definitely.
What have you seen or heard of interest in a position like this? Anything?
I had a call person from several officers that would have liked to have taken our test, but our test was the same day as 2 other tests. So they picked one that they would go to if they could, but they don't know if they're going to be high enough on the list, of course. So they're wondering whether we would do something along the line of the 90-day possible hire.
And there was one certified officer who was on guard duty that weekend.
Discussion? All over it? Anybody? We'll make a motion to send this to Jim.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we do a department certified officer to replace the current list that's expiring. I guess that's what you want to say.
On 90 days.
On a 90-day, yeah, 90-day appointment.
Second.
I'll second.
I have a question. Starting salary will be the same as,
Probationary. We've done this in the past.
yeah, I understand.
We hired 3 people on 90 days.
Right.
And it luckily then it worked out quite well for it because the 3 scored high enough on the list. 2 of them had quite a bit of experience already, so it's worked out well in the past.
Is these people that you all know about, or?
One of them's a K-9 officer in Fayetteville Police Department right now. He has expressed interest in coming in and that he would waive $5,000 bonus if it was available for him. He would waive it if we would purchase his dog with that $5,000. Come right now.
That's what I was getting ready to ask, because all of them or any of them ready coming out.
He can come at any point in time. The problem is we got to go through this list completely first.
Right. Yes.
After this list is done,
It's exhausting.
we may hire one and then the list be done.
Right.
Do it in investigations or anything. And then he can do a 90-day appointment for certain officers, bring them in and send them to work on training. And since they're already certified officers, they won't take as long to get trained up for their jobs.
How's the background check going? The 5, yeah.
What's that?
How's the background?
They're working on.
This guy going to drive in, okay?
He lives in Wallback right now, and he has advised me that if we would eventually hire him, that he would move in toward at least the Elkview area. not close. His girlfriend, fiance, or something like that is a nurse over CA or St. Thomas, so they really want to move this way in.
We got a motion on the floor, we got a vote on it, all in favor? You second.
Yes. Okay, vote.
All right, we vote.
Oh,
Can't catch up, eh? Okay.
jump in on
Discussion on hiring probationary firemen. And I know we do have a fireman that is in the process of getting on disability. What do you guys want to talk about this?
I'll start out. I wasn't here obviously for your last conversation.
No, you were off sick, sir.
But
And all this took place real fast, so we had to go with it.
this is a continuation of what we've been trying to accomplish for the last over 2 months. We've got a guy right now dangling in the process of paperwork at the state, getting his final thing that will come from them to us to get him, as a full, basically medical retirement. The whole time this is going on, we're running short. And the whole time this is going on, we're running dangerous. The whole time this is going on, you're paying senior firefighters overtime rates to be working, or we could be resolving cheaper that way. I'll let Jason step in and finish up the conversations with you. But this is not a new fireman. This is the same one we've been discussing for a while.
That's my understanding that, he went to one doctor, and that doctor said he definitely ought to go on disability. Problem started at that point when that doctor said all of his paperwork to doctor number 2.
Yeah.
Who just carbon copied it.
Yeah, and I don't know how much we can talk about it without getting into personnel issues.
Yeah.
Right.
But I will tell you, the information I was given as of a few days ago, there's a good possibility that we have now restarted back to square one. And this is going to drag on a good ways more, simply because of the paperwork
But
problem.
he's only got what?
And no progress has been towards a new appointment.
Okay, but existing fireman in question, he's got what, 5, 6
If,
paychecks coming?
if my math, I'm sorry.
But he's got 5 weeks of vacation. His sick leave will run out probably this week. It's going to be within a couple of days. And then he can exhaust his 5 weeks of vacation, which ends up being 15 shifts. So that'll give him another month pay. So two checks, maybe part of the third. And then there's nothing else that we can pay him normally. So he will have to either file for short-term disability or go without pay, or hope that somehow they straighten all this out.
My understanding is you got what, two officers right now, you get ready to go to training.
Two men
And
trained.
if we wait on this one, you're talking 2 months later, you're gonna start another one all over again, is that way I'm seeing it? So if we go ahead and put somebody in now, 3 of them can go through together, come out together, be ready in the fall.
Yes.
And the training that these 3 firefighters have to have is mandatory by federal law, so there's no getting around it. And it would be far better for the department and the firefighter himself, who would all go through the training and the classes together instead of having one split off like this.
Well, my personal opinion, and, you're talking about in the long run, it probably will cost us more money in overtime, but having this guy sit around and wait, in addition to the inconvenience of training.
It's one of those things that will start showing up big time here in November. When you're seeing all the vacations and then you're paying $35 an hour for shift coverage versus the $11.45 an hour for new person. It just piles up toward the end of the year. Plus, like I said, from my perspective, when you're down 3 people, it's dangerous run. It's very dangerous. The quicker we can get on the ball now, it's going to help. We'll see the benefits quicker.
But we're still going to be paying 2 people at the same time.
you're gonna be paying everybody on the payroll right now, you're gonna be paying for them for eternity because you're paying their pension. They're never gonna be off the books in reality.
If you take the one that's trying for disability, you're gonna continue to pay him, then you're gonna pay one of the probationary period.
Just until this guy.
He has
5 weeks,
5 weeks, right?
he has 5 weeks of vacation he can draw.
5 weeks of city pays all he's got.
after that, we can't pay him anything more out of normal payroll. He's done.
The way I have this figured is June the 28th. If I have his sick days right, June the 28th would be his last official day on the books. If you do the math on that, it's going to cost the city around $4,500 in double payments during that, and that's if we call him tonight and said, can you start May the 17th? That's with 2 weeks from today. If he started May 17th through that May 28th, you're looking at around $4,500. And I assure you, just like he said, you're going to pay that out double in overtime come the holidays.
In addition to that, it's gonna make it easier when you guys train him. Because you got 2 guys going through now you can just add number 3 into that same group.
Well, the basic class they have to take is 120 hours. So by waiting, I got to turn around and do another. I mean, you're looking at 200 hours before we can even let him ride on the truck.
But the third guy can get involved and get into class you've got them together too, correct?
Right.
So you got 3 in, 3 out at the same time.
We file with the state from disability. I can't let him come back and work based on offer. So
Which can't be discussed.
I can't go into detail with it openly like this, but as the fire chief, there's no way I could let him come back and work.
I know it takes probably 2 years to get disabilities.
On the short term, the way ours is set up, you can be on that short term for 2 years. And that's what scares me here. Because if there's a glitch of who's on the books and who's not on the books. But I'm only concerned about who's answering the 911 call. And if I got a guy that if we have to wait 2 more years to fill this vacancy, that concerns me. Because, and we've had that happen before. It runs us short for 2 years because the city's showing me had 14 firemen, but only got 11 of them actually out here, running things. So those are his options at this point. Now, I do think, in the end, I think this is going to go through as a full benefit retirement. But there's some glitching that's going on with the doctors that I can't go into detail about. His only option at this point is to stay on record for 5 more weeks while he burns down vacation.
And then
After that, he would be an employee that's simply just not getting paid.
With the disability pension, yes.
I mean,
You're around that.
yeah. Either way, it's out of the city's hands at that point. The city can't pay him any more money.
So the bottom line is, we're obligated for 5 weeks. We are obligated for 5 weeks, one way or the other.
Yeah, either way.
Can he go unemployed?
After 5 weeks.
Unemployment? No, because he's technically still employed.
Yes, burn all his vacation for.
Well, that's what I mean.
He would have to either resign, he'd have to resign or be removed.
What she has, after burning his vacation, he has filed for temporary disability.
If this is
Or goes down
resolved,
pay,
yes.
like you said.
Yeah.
But it didn't cost city anything.
And to explain to Sharon, I'll do this real quick, Jason. What happened, he went to the pension doctor, he filled out everything, he turned it in, and said he couldn't go back to work. And when the state doctor was supposed to do the paperwork on the medical part only, the pension doctor sent him everything, so therefore, her paid him to what the pension doctor said, and you can't do that. But with the medical part of it, it has to be determined and get it right. But the state doctor has to approve it, that's all right. Did I say it right?
Close enough, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta be real careful about what we say, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
There's some glitching going on there.
Well,
The whole time this is going on, the ending result's gonna be the same one way or another.
Bottom line is, the first process was thrown out because of irregularities and starting all over.
And the reality is if they denied him that today, I still can't make him come back to work.
right, that's his prerogative.
And he's still gonna get his 5-week vacation.
Irregardless, you're gonna pay him that 5 weeks.
Right.
Bottom line, he need enough person.
Yes, sir. ASAP.
Well, the kicker to it is, we get this third guy now, he can get in the class with the other guy. And they're all go together. They go,
Yeah,
oh,
this is a 3-year class. They have I don't usually do this because I am a retiree of the fire department, but I have been there for 23 years. But I'll make a motion that we hire this probationary fireman this time.
I'll second.
I'm sorry, to take the full out. Excuse me. Okay.
We got a motion and second that we send this to, this probationary department on full council. All in favor, say aye. Motion carried. All on the agenda. Donnie, got anything you'd like to bring up?
Yes, sir. First, so, next.
Yeah, next, let's go ahead.
Next, we'll get
Next
another,
council.
yes. Yes.
Anything else?
Mr. Chairman, if there's no other city business, I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Thank you.
It is,